The Texas Capitol, Republican lawmakers vowed to keep Texas's abortion ban the strictest in the country.
Conservative activists denounced bills from Texas Democrats to add exceptions for situations like sexual assault or health complications. And
as our Ryan Chandler reports, even a change that received some bipartisan support earlier this session now seems unlikely to pass.
The origin of the conception is not what determines the value of life.
Texas Republicans making clear Texas's strict abortion ban is here to stay, unequivocal and unchanged.
There is no such thing as an unplanned pregnancy, right? There's a plan for everyone.
Standing with advocates who argued they are the reason to keep the law as it is, because they were conceived as a result of rape.
Even though my birth mom was the victim of the horrific violence of rape, she did not make me a victim of the horrific violence of abortion.
The calls are preempting bills from Texas Democrats, which would add in exceptions for rape, incest, or fetal abnormalities. None of that legislation is expected to pass this session, but Republicans and Democrats have expressed support for clarifying a different kind of exception.
There are some doctors who say that they don't have the authority to treat things like ectopic pregnancies or miscarriages or infections or some other dangers.
Clarifying when and whether a doctor can provide an abortion to save a mother's life is a top priority of Democrat Mihaela Plisa.
There was a woman who was 30 years old who had a high-risk pregnancy. At 30 years old, had complications in her pregnancy and had to undergo a full hysterectomy. She will never be able to have a child in the state.
House Bill 1490 would direct doctors to prioritize the mother's health above all else.
Which I thought was just a common sense bill because the governor asked for it.
It faces a steep climb though, with advocates now arguing the law is sufficient as is.
However, the laws do not need to be changed. They are very clear in their language.
I don't see that any change is on our horizon.
Ryan Chandler, KXAN News.
And asking what Texans think, a February poll of registered voters from the Texas Politics Project shows more than 70% of Texans believe abortion should be allowed in cases of rape, incest, and serious birth defects. Only about 7% of Texans believe abortion should never be allowed.